back to the Chronic Health Diaries. My name is Ellie and I make videos all around feeling your best self regardless of any chronic illness. And this week we're talking getting back on track when you've just been feeling poorly. Starting this kind of vloggy style from a glamorous car park. So this week's video is about getting back on track, I guess, when you're feeling ill. I have been not well last week. I think I really overdid it and felt awful all weekend. Like my stomach's gone, my Crohn's symptoms are bad, I feel exhausted, I'm dizzy all the time no matter what I eat, my blood sugar just feels a bit crazy, like just really don't feel right. I'm just checking in with my GP to get some bloods and check there's nothing else going on. For anyone with Crohn's or any other chronic illness, a huge thing is learning to catch flare-ups early because it can stop them getting into something way bigger or way worse. I just want to check in. I'm just seeing the senior nurse at my GP to see what's going on. So we're at the doctor's in what I would say is record time. I don't think I've ever been taken so quickly. We literally didn't wait, which is really strange if you're in the UK and go to the GP and use the NHS. They're amazingly overstretched. It's not their fault. Disclaimer. Nurse was really nice. And I was like, but I'm not actually sure this is purely my Crohn's. It feels like there's something else. And what's quite nice is that, like, I think if they see you've had a health diagnosis for a while, like she said, my favourite thing of like, you know your body best, which is so true. And a big thing of why I wanted to kind of start this channel to make you feel empowered that you do know your body best and like to take charge of your health, because if something doesn't feel right, make sure you make that clear in your appointment. Don't let them dismiss anything. So yeah, next steps are, like, I had all my observations done, up my blood pressure, my heart rate, all that jazz. She did some like eye tests because I said I was really struggling with dizziness. All those were fine, which is always nice, nothing like major flagging. We're gonna have some bloods and also have a gynecologist referral as well to check like PCOS things, is anything coming into play, and PCOS can cause insulin resistance, so just gonna check that as well. That's that. So I think we're just gonna go and grab hot chocolates, do something nice now, and actively choosing not to go into office this week. My office policy is 2 days a week, but your health comes above anything, so I've just told managers that I'm not gonna be in this week. I will be working, but I'm working from home because I need time to regroup, and I will unashamedly take that time if I need it. Happy Tuesday. I promise this whole vlog isn't going to be from a car. To be fair, I've changed scene. I'm actually in dance car. I took kids this morning. Just finished in the gym and it was good, except I got back in the car and realised that, like, I've got spaghetti bolognese all over my jumper. I've literally just gymmed with. I'm really trying to be better at not suddenly feeling better and then suddenly doing loads and then feeling really rubbish again. I'm really trying to be conscious of not doing that. So I dropped everything down to 3 sets where I'd normally do 4 sets, like 3 rounds of everything instead of 4 rounds. And then I'm just following a gym program at the moment just for ease, just so I don't have to think when I go into the gym. And it had like a burner, every minute on the minute workout thing at the end, and I just skipped it. And do you know what? I felt like I had it in me, but I sound like I'm making excuses here. I pushed myself in the gym, so it's not that. But I just thought, no, learn from your mistakes. I want to feel better in the long run. Don't suddenly jump. Considering it the weekend, I couldn't stand up without feeling like I was going to pass out. I'm taking this win. But yeah, time to get home. Okay, so I am back from the gym. By the way, just ignore this situation. My Tibetan's plaster on the hob, trying to work out how to get it off. It's normally about this time I get back from the gym that I realise I don't have long to get ready for work, which I do not. And normally I try to be really organised and meal prep my breakfast and my lunch on a Sunday. They look a big batch thing of like protein baked oats and then wraps for lunch, things like that. the last thing I wanted to do on Sunday when I was feeling ill was batch cook. Like, I'm not going to do that. That would have been really organised, but just gonna be realistic, that wasn't gonna happen. But it's fine. So for all my meals, and especially when I'm not feeling my best, like, I really try to revolve everything around whole food. They're just the best fuel. There's no processed stuff. Processed food is just not good for you. So gonna make breakfast. Like I said, I haven't meal prepped. I don't have long. I don't feel like making eggs right now. So that is where things like this come in handy. I know I've said I don't do processed and I try to limit my processed food, but I'm just gonna do a bowl of like Greek yogurt, fruit, and I've got this Tribe protein muesli. It's gluten-free, but I'm gluten-free. Well, like gluten intolerant, not allergic, but yeah, this is such a good option because it's got loads of good stuff in. So it's got oats, dark chocolate, it's got pumpkin seeds and dates as well, and cacao powder. So it's got a few like fun things in it. Is this my absolute ideal dream breakfast? Probably not, but it's a really, really good thing to have in the cupboard so that if I'm having a week where I've not meal prepped, like, I can still eat foods on the whole. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna make breakfast now. I'm gonna make a coffee now because I'm seriously tired. And then, yeah, time to get to work. I don't normally weigh my food, by the way, but I am so bad with portion control and I don't have this all the time, so I never really know what one portion is, so that's why I'm doing that. And also so I can make measurements if you do want to make spice. Wednesday. We are just on our way to the gym and it's incredibly foggy today. It's like really creepy weather. We're a little bit later than we'd like to be. I mean, it's 6:30 in the grand scheme of things. It's not exactly late, but we could not get out of bed this morning. It was so cold and so dark and so foggy and just didn't want to get out of bed. But lots of it in this morning because of having blood tests at 10 o'clock at like a hospital I've not been before, so we need to leave a long time to get there. So we're going to do a quick session at the gym, get coffee with and work a little bit from the gym, and then we'll be straight off to the hospital. So I'll update you after. I'm glad you're laughing. I look like I've wet myself now. The doctor's going to think I'm incontinent.
Maybe you are.
Testers tick. It's the most conveyor blood test. What did you say? Conveyor belt blood test situation. I think they just had way too many people. So glad I had Dan with me because it wasn't the friendliest experience, I would say. Not that I expect them to be super chatty, but we're done. Going home. Back to work. Hello, welcome back. I realise I have been really terrible at vlogging today. But being totally honest, like, I think today it's definitely hit me a little bit. I've had more medical appointments this week than I normally would, and like, I'm alright, like, I'm not having a full flare, it's just like not feeling great, but I have to really actively not let myself get into a negative headspace, which I've definitely got better at over the years. But every now and again I'll just have an afternoon where I'll be like, oh, this is really shit. So I'm picking myself up. What I'm currently doing is making banana blueberry muffins. I'm using the recipe from the Deliciously Ella app, which if you haven't heard of it, I would recommend it. It's like 99p a month. It's like really cheap, and the amount of recipes on there It's actually ridiculous. But I really enjoy baking. I think actively like moving and having to do something really helps me sometimes. So I have bananas but going out of date, and I hate wasting food from a sustainability point of view. So I thought I just whip up these muffins super quick. It takes about half an hour. It's literally nothing, and it helps me like kind of close the work day, I guess, doing so. I'll pick up with you again, and we're gonna have a better day tomorrow. I'll show you how the muffins turn out, but I will see you tomorrow. Currently 5 past 12, and I have a customer meeting at 1. So it's going to be a quick run. I didn't run this morning because I just really fancied, I guess, a slower morning, and my run isn't long, so I knew I could do it in lunch, and it's like a sprint interval session, so I wanted some fuel in my body for that. So lunch made the most sense, but I tell you what, I'm rushing right now. After work, I'm going to show you the app that I use for running because it's an absolute game changer. It really got me into running. A family member recommended this when I wanted to do my first half marathon, but I really wasn't a runner before, like couldn't do a 5k or anything. So this app has been a game changer, so I want to make sure I like give the time to talk about it in a way that's like easy to understand and like shows you how amazing this app is. But today it has planned in like a 20-minute sprint interval session for me, and the reason for this is I have got a race in 2 weeks time, like a 10k race. I'm not pushing for a PB or anything because I've had kind of winter out of running because of a knee injury, but I'm slowly getting back into it. So yeah, this is just kind of helping get my fitness level back up, and it should be nice and quick. I've already got lunch prepped from last night, so that means I don't have to think about using my lunch break to cook, which is always really nice. So I'm going to get out on the run. I'm obviously wearing my Crohn's and Colitis UK top. Represent always. But yes, I will explain later on after work the programme I use, how my run went. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Honestly, all I can do is laugh at how, like, not bad the run went, because the run was fine. Honestly, so to start with, I'm in shorts, which was, wait, I'm in shorts, and it's really cold. Who underestimated the cold? I did. So I spent most of the run running like this with my sleeves over my hands. I wore shorts because it was a sprint run, and I was like, oh, I get so warm so quick, I'll put some shorts on. It was too ambitious. It's like 5 degrees outside, and the wind, we live quite rurally, so I think like there is nothing sheltering you from that wind. So that was the first thing. I was fucking freezing. Second thing, I forgot to change my watch strap from, is it gonna focus, from this, and like it's obviously not built for running, so it just was doing this the whole time, which meant that it kept thinking the watch was off my wrist, so it just stopped. And then the last thing was, we moved here in October, so I've been here like over 6 months, but for a lot of that time I haven't been running because of my knee situation, which I'll bore you with in another video. Yeah, so I don't know the routes that well, and I managed to time it perfectly so that when my sprint started, I was going up a big hill, which is really fun. So do you know what? I actually really enjoyed the run. It was just like hilariously bad in multiple ways, but I got out and I did it. Very grateful I have lunch prepped because I do not have time to make lunch right now, and obviously post-exercise you want something super nutritious, so that's a win. Realistically, I'm going to be eating that lunch at my desk, but I will catch up with you after work, and I'm going to talk you through this app because it's a game changer. If you are new to running or you're already an amazing runner who wants to get a PB, like this app changed the game for me. So I will see you later to talk you through Trainers One. Okay, let's talk Trainers One, which is an AI running app. Last January, I decided that I was really going to give running a go. So I'd run a bit in school, but I mean really not much. I was definitely more someone that spent time in the gym, but I couldn't run 5k or anything. And I went and did a park run on New Year's Day of 2023, and it was not a fun time. It was not enjoyable. It was really hard, but I was like, I really want to set myself this challenge. Okay, so how does it work? So Trainers 1 is for any level. It can be for someone that has literally never run before, or someone that is like, I want to get a ridiculous PB in my next marathon. It genuinely does the whole spectrum. So as I said before, it's an AI training plan, and this means it's always adapting to you and how you're doing. So your first 1 or 2 runs are basically going to be a gauge of where your fitness is at. It then will tailor your plan to what you set your goals to be. So your goals could be just, I want to run faster, or I want to run further, or you could just be like, I want to get fitter. So you could do general goals like that, or you could be like, in 6 months' time, I just want to be able to run a 5k, or you could put in a park run as your goal. It can literally be anything, or like I say, it could be, I want to run a marathon in 2 hours 20, it's on this date, it's this terrain, and then the app is going to start suggesting your runs for you. So you're going to tell it how many times a week you can run, and you can also schedule where your like optimum days are to run. For example, my office days are Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so I can run those days, but I wouldn't run longer than 20 minutes. So I just put that into the app. I say, can run Tuesday? Yes. Max run 20 minutes. Then on a Saturday, I really like doing a long run, so I make sure that the plan knows that. Or if 1 week I want to do a park run, I will put into my plan that I want to do a park run that Saturday, and it will adjust my runs the rest of the week so that I can do that park run, but it still fits in with my training program. But if you get to the day of a run and you're like, it doesn't work to run today, it's totally fine. You can just say, can't run today, and it will adjust your plan for the rest of the week. It's so adaptive, and it's just always adapting to how you're doing. So it's an app that you don't need a sports watch for, but in terms of it adapting to you, if you do have a sports watch, this makes it even better because it's tracking your heart rate, which is a big measure of how you're finding the run, how your fitness is. So sometimes it might seem odd because it'll tell you to stand still for 2 minutes at the beginning of a run and stand still for 2 minutes at the end, but that's actually just tracking your heart rate and how quick it's going up and how quick it's coming down, and it's just helping understand how hard you found that run so that it knows what runs to program next. I feel like even though I'm really new to YouTube, it sounds like I'm literally being paid to talk about this app. I am not. It has just been so transformative in my running journey, and so many of my family and friends' running journey who are like at total ends of the spectrum when it comes to their running ability, that I just want everyone to know about it, because everyone is paying silly money for apps that just really are not as good and are not as tailored to you. Like, oh, if I don't want to watch another friend do couch to 5k. I can't watch it because they give up, because understandably it's not working for them. This will work for you. I think running seems like something a lot of people can't do. Like, it feels something so far away from what's natural to you. But I think if you get the right plan, like, anyone can run, and it's free, it's so good for you, it's amazing for your mental health. So please give this app a go and let me know how you got. I just couldn't get my coffee order out. That was so embarrassing. She's like, what do you want? And I was like, so Costa don't do almond milk. I come to Costa about 3 times a week. No, they don't do almond milk. I'm like, almond milk cappuccino, please. She's like, don't do almond milk. And I was like, right, I didn't know that. So I ordered my coffee. And then I wanted 2 almond croissants because it's a Friday. If you watch my last vlog, you know I talked about like 80-20. So definitely a croissant on a Friday. And one of them was down, by the way. And I went, 2 almond cappuccinos, please. Again, I meant almond croissant. Happy Friday. I'm ready for it to be the end of the week. It is currently, it's 7 a.m. on the dot when I'm filming this. 7 a.m. Went to Costa and got coffee and a croissant. I basically wanted to wrap up this vlog here. The whole point of this vlog was to show how I cope when I've been ill, but I haven't been able to, like, when I've not been ill enough that I would say it warrants taking off work, but I know that's subjective. How I manage work exercise, diet, everything. So I wanted this vlog to be an accurate depiction of that. But I want to help other people feel better, even if you're just healthy. Like, there's so much anyone can do to feel better. And I guess I want to bring you on the journey of me feeling better as well. But yeah, how has the week gone from a getting back on track point of view? If I think how I felt at the weekend compared to now, night and day difference. I'm not saying I'm 100% better. I think you can tell by how tired I looked. Like, I'm not there yet at all, but I'm better, and I'll take that because it's, you know, a marathon, not a sprint here. Things that I think have helped: food, 100% help. I know I have a croissant here, 80-20, right? Food, just going back to the basics. I think sometimes we think we're eating okay, and then you go, when did I last have all my meals home cooked in one day? When did breakfast, lunch and dinner and any snacks be home cooked? And so a lot of the time I can't answer that, and I think we forget that is a basic that's so easy to slip. But yeah, food I think's helped. Sleep, I've been getting like 8 to 9 hours and been sleeping through the night. I don't know if this is a coincidence or not, but so I normally don't sleep through the night ever. Always up and down. I don't know if A, it's just my body is really tired, or B, we were listening to a podcast on like sleep hygiene and sleep health, and it says keep the window open when you sleep. We slept with the window open every night, and I've slept through the night nearly every night for the first time in years. Genuinely in years. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but just thought I'd share if you want to try it. I think on reflection, I haven't balanced work as well as I could this week, and I've not been as good as I should have been about when I've been feeling poorly. I'll say, I've got a cold, I've got a flu. I should just say, sorry, I might literally have to run to the toilet in this call, but I still find saying that really hard. So that is something I would like to be better at next week. Exercise, I'm really pleased with my exercise. I'm not saying you have to exercise when you're ill. For me, it helps literally keep everything moving, and it just mentally, like, I will always say Crohn's and chronic health is a mental battle way more than it is a physical battle. Exercise really helps with my mental health, keeping me on an even keel. So actually, I've managed to gym a few times, been on a run. I'm gonna gym or run over the next 3 days. And if I've not done one of those things, I've just made sure I've done a lot of walking, and that has absolutely helped. I mean, there was a point when I was really poorly where like a walk was an absolute achievement. So if that's where you are now, like, that is totally okay. Know that you will get to this point where a gym is a big achievement instead of a walk. Like, whatever is your goal right now, like, you're smashing it, and that's really, really important to remember. So yeah, feeling better. I still am waiting for the results of my doctor's appointments, but I will kind of make sure I bring you along on that, because sometimes I think we see someone's symptoms at the beginning and then their diagnosis, and we don't see this bit in between, and the in-between bits of it I really want to share, because that's when it can be really tough. So I will keep sharing that. Fingers crossed everything's okay. But yeah, so that's how I'm feeling in terms of health. Anything you want to see, please let me know, because it's so helpful. Thank you so much for still being here at this point in the vlog. If you can subscribe, please do. I upload every Sunday, and subscribing makes such a difference to the channel. Like, comment if you enjoyed, all that stuff. It makes a world of difference. Share with your friends. And yeah, I will see you next week. Have the best week.